Donald Trump is going to take over the world. And Nigeria, you so stupid that you calling him to come and save me.
Please tell Trump to save our life in Nigeria.
Save me, Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. Save me. From what?
This is Iraq before the invasion. Let me clarify. Before the U.S. invasion, this looks like a country that was thriving, doing their thing, and this is after the invasion. You see the difference? Big difference. Hold on. Don't scroll. This is Libya before the U.S. invasion. Beautiful country. Thriving. Doing their thing. Right? And this, my friend, is after. Okay? You see the difference? Big difference, right? Oh, now, my heart, of course, this is Haiti before the invasion. Beautiful, thriving country, right? Nice roads, nice people. The country looks like it's thriving. But then, if you ask any Haitian, because we had Papa Doc, I wasn't born yet. I didn't get to live this part of life. But a lot of people that had this life then, they were asking to take Papa Doc away because they felt like they needed freedom. They needed democracy. And this, my friend, is Haiti after U.S. invasion, after democracy, which is what you're about to have, right? You think right now you don't have freedom, you don't have this, you don't have that. This is Haiti now. Okay? It's still going. It's still going downhill. Okay?
When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? Hey, this is Janetta. Yeah. So much hot news going on today. But let me tell you, before I say anything, I want you to share. I want you to comment. And I definitely want you to let me know if you like it, okay? But Trump. Let's talk about Trump. Went into Venezuela, and he's going to save the Venezuelan people because they are under poor management. They're under that guy named Maduro, and he is just horrible. Who's going to save us? Who's going to save us from Trump? I wish somebody would fly down on the White House and pick him up out of there. Oh, but we won't talk about that. But we're talking about war. This man is talking about us having a war. He's trying to make you believe that Venezuela is just going to open their door and let him come on in and run their country.
Are we going to war against Venezuela?
I doubt it. I don't think so, but they've been treating us very badly, not only on drugs.
But I just want to talk about the scale of the military operation around Venezuela, because it has been described to 60 Minutes as using a blowtorch to cook an egg. Is this about stopping?
I don't think so. Look.
Let me ask you though, is it about stopping narcotics, or is this about getting rid of President Maduro?
No, this is about many things.
The strong man has come, and he's going to organize and take care of that country and build that country and establishing those people with that oil. Yes, he's going to give that oil to American businessmen, rich people. This is what he's going to do.
The oil that has been seized. The United States seized 1.9 million barrels of oil on December 10th.
We're going to keep it.
Where's it? Are we going to sell it or put it in the strategic?
Maybe we'll sell it. Maybe we'll keep it.
The savior of Venezuela has taken that terrible president Maduro, and he's put him in jail, put an orange suit on him. He's he's the savior. Trump, I knew we were in trouble when he walked on the White House. You remember that video I saw him walking on the White House and strutting around like he was king of the world. But that's not the problem. It's us. Are we stupid? Again? Now, this thing he is talking, only they say maybe 5% of any kind of drugs come through Venezuela. It's not even been proven. He doesn't have any reason to put Maduro in jail because of drugs. Oh, yeah. We got more drug lords in the United States. We have the mafia. We have the drug company. Remember that drug company that put all those prescription drugs and people dying because of the drugs? Well, we have power, but they could not bring in trains, planes, boats, and submarines in the United States full of drugs if it wasn't for top people in the United States, rich people in the United States, bringing that stuff in. But we put in jail that little bitty man. We put in jail, and we so stupid. The very people they jail, the very people they destroy, the very people they starve, the very people they say don't need medical care are the people that will have to go to war if we go to war. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? That little man, you going to go to war and die for the oil, for the oil kings of the United States. They get a lot of money. You going to go and die. And then after the war, guess who's going to pay for the war? You're going to pay for the war. Yeah, and you know what? Other countries look in the United States like we're saving them. Monroe Doctrine. Have you heard of the Monroe Doctrine? Where the United States think they all the Central South and Latin America, all they think is their playground. I'm surprised they didn't go over there and take the president of Canada out of because they all trying to march all into Greenland. Now this is Trump. This is Cowboy Joe. No, I won't call him Joe. It's Cowboy Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump is going to take over the world. And after he gets finished, he's going to Cuba. And Nigeria, you so stupid that you calling him to come and save me. Save me, Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. Save me. From what?
Please tell Trump to save our life in Nigeria.
And then he got us fighting. You know, the black people, it tickles me. We're going to go over, we're joining, our young black men are joining the military like never before. Even the women, oh, y'all, going over there, you get ready to fight, yeah. You're going to sacrifice your life for your country. I salute the flag, yeah. Woo-hoo! They need to put Trump's picture on the flag so you can really be saluting, because that's what's going on right now. It's not only Trump, it's his bosses. Trump has bosses, and those bosses are the ones with the money. He's running with the gang. The guy that is associated with Epstein, a person that was involved in raping young girls and everything, was one of his best buddies. We have him as president, and he's the leader of the world. Yeah, he's a leader of the world, a representative of the United States peace and justice, the Moses of Nigeria. Oh, yeah. And Africa's looking towards him to be help him out. I don't think people got ears that can hear, because they're really not hearing what this man is saying. He's saying you worthless, you no good, he can use you. Your boys, your girls in the United States ain't nothing but trash. They don't mean nothing. They can jump out of planes, and he talking about they won't die. Hey, they will die. They will die for what? If one dies, it's too many. For what? You're going to allow your children, you can't get health care. They're trying to reduce everything you got. They stole money from Social Security. They stole money from all these other things, and to build weapons and a mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction. That's why you don't have no street lights. That's why your streets are bad. That's why schools are running down. That's why you don't have any money. Because we're building weapons of mass destruction. We're going to take over the world. We got people living in the street. People living in the streets, and you got different places, bread lines all over the United States. And we're going to take over Venezuela to help free those people from Maduro.
Well, Trump proposes a massive spending hike in defense funding, citing dangerous times. Like, bro, you are the dangerous times. Like, you're defending us from you. $1.5 trillion now. And how does this help with healthcare? How does this help with food on the table? How does this help with anything? You are the dangerous times.
Who is bad, and we're going to put him in jail and try him like we did Saddam Hussein and killed him for that oil over there in Iraq. And plus we killed a lot of young men that went over there and the people in Iraq. And hey, well, you go on and let it. You go on and stand on his side. You go on and protect it. You go on, you Africa, Nigeria, you go and take him over there with y'all and let him be your savior. Yeah, so what we gonna do about it? Yeah, I'm finished. I can't take it. I really can't take it. I just don't know. My husband's been 25 years in the military, and I have never met a rich man's boy in the military. And if he was in the office someplace. Yeah. Well, that's all I got to say about it. When are we going to wake up? We've been lied to. Weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein is horrible. The president of Libya, he was horrible. Yeah. Everybody's horrible. Gaddafi, that's his name. We went over there and fixed Libya. Oh yeah, we fixed Libya. Libya is a mess today. And we're going to fix, and you know what? Sometimes I think people just don't open their eyes and look and see. The time is come. I'm signing out, but I'm going to tell you, this is what. Janetta ain't got that long. My glass of wine is almost empty, but you all got to live with it. Pow! Yeah. Talk to you later. Hey, this is Janetta, and you're watching Africa Speak.